Nice job in this.
Thank you.
You know, what's really fun about movies, and especially summer movies, is that audiences get to vicariously live through actors.
True.
And they get to vicariously live through you. And are you aware of that? That you get to do things that none of us ever get to do? You get to do stuff with bugs and
Camels.
guns and camels.
And deserts and industrial light and magic and great cast, a cool story, reinvent The Mummy, Universal's beloved horror,
Beloved
classic
horror
character.
film. And a little dated now because it is so old.
Yeah.
You couldn't do those same things, but you get to do new things in this.
Karloff started it off. There were Mummy's Tomb, Mummy's Curse, Mummy's Blood, Ghost of the Mummy,
Abbott and
Abbott
Costello, Meet the
Costello,
Mummy.
Three Stooges,
Yes.
and I think then the Hammer films in the late 60s and early 70s. I think the Mummy was, he's due for a reincarnation.
And this one was not a gauze version of the Mummy. You know, those were all gauze rap movies.
No guys stumbling around in the dark and you want to yell at whoever he's chasing to run faster. No, this is a very muscular, sort of pumped up, very fierce, formidable, shape-changing mummy who has the ability to summon a sandstorm, to get his army behind him, an army of mummies behind him. He descends the 10 plagues on the earth. He's quite a formidable foe, and I play a French Foreign Legionnaire who is battling on the ruins of the lost city that he allegedly is buried in when a supernatural event occurs and frightens everyone off. Rachel Weisz and John Hannah are treasure-seeking, adventure-seeking Egyptologists, and they and I joined forces to unearth the mystery of this lost prince and unwittingly resurrect him. And that's not a good thing because he just won't go away. And the premise of the film is that death is only the beginning, and he's been around for 3,000 years. So you better believe we're in trouble.
You know, as you explain this and you giggle about it, your character also gets to have a lot of comedy. I mean, it's pretty silly at times.
He doesn't believe in curses and all the hokum and until it really happens. He knows that something's wrong. He knows that something's out there, but until it actually appears before his very eyes, and even then he doesn't really believe it. He doesn't think that it's just impossible. But the threat is real. I think that a sense of fun with a movie like this is absolutely important because there's so many stinger boo scares, and an audience is going to jump. You just want to reward them with a little giggle every now and then. And I think when an action character takes himself too seriously, then an audience has a hard time buying into it with them. So Stephen Sommers was sure to direct the film with a wry sense of humor and allow for the characters to be a bit clumsy or fallible.
Yeah, this guy's coming after you with a mouth this big. you know what I really admire about you lately, and I don't mean this to patronize you, but I look at Gods and Monsters and Blast from the Past and Still Breathing, which I really love, and I just see a real eclectic mix, and that seems something that you're doing, that you're making choices that are not always mainstream and not always out of the mainstream.
It's always important to diversify the choices, I feel, because it's more interesting for me and for an audience, and I'm interested in all types of filmmaking. At the moment, I'm probably going to bring what that has educated me towards finding a work to produce of my own. So that was the reason I took that route, and that's what the future holds for me. I can't tell you specifically what it's going to be, but I know that that's the direction I'm headed in.
Good job. Nice to
Thanks
see
a
you,
lot.
man.
Okay.